Welcome to Second Take, the show that focuses on the issues behind the news. South Africa hosted the International Astronautical Conference in Cape Town this week, bringing together some of the leading minds and organizations involved in space exploration. Keith Campbell joins me to discuss the implications for the world and South Africa. Keith, welcome to Second Take. The issue of making space exploration more affordable was brought to the centre stage. What were some of the solutions proposed?
There are basically two approaches. The one is sharing, and the other one we can call loosely commercialization. Sharing is where several space agencies get together to do a single project instead of only one of them having to bear all the costs. This is actually something that's not new. Many space projects already are not actually purely national projects. They're actually multinational projects generally led by one or other country. Thus, for example, we talk about the Russian Radio Astron project with the new radio telescope that has been placed in space by the Russians. That is led by the Russians. It uses primarily Russian technology, but includes the Americans, the Australians and the Finns, and South Africa hopefully will be joining up to join the consortium in the next few weeks. And many projects are like this. But in the future, bigger missions further out into space are likely to become more and more multinational. It's generally accepted that a manned mission to Mars, for example, will require the cooperation of at least NASA in the US, Roscosmos in Russia, and the European Space Agency. The other option I mentioned is commercialization. This is what the Americans are driving with the program to develop commercial companies that provide what can be called space taxi services. That is, take astronauts from Earth to low Earth orbit to the International Space Station and bring them back. The thing is, traditional spacecraft, as built by NASA or built for NASA or Roscosmos, are designed as exploration vessels or science vessels. The space shuttle was used in the construction of the International Space Station, but a lot of scientific research was carried out on the shuttle itself. Now, the proposed commercial missions will simply take people up and down. They will not need to have any design consideration for exploration or for scientific research, so they'll be simpler and cheaper. And the Americans hope by having 3 or 4 companies competing for these contracts, they will keep costs down.
What are South Africa's new National Space Agency's priorities? And do you think the contacts made at this week's conference will help it achieve its objectives?
Well, the South African National Space Agency, or SANSA, has to implement the National Space Strategy, and the National Space Strategy has 3 main priorities, which are briefly to allow South Africa to compete in the international small and even medium satellite market, to integrate space-based and ground-based data sources to improve government decision-making, and to develop applications in fields like geospatial data and other areas that can be marketed commercially, and as well as provided to government agencies again to assist in decision making. The great thing about the IAC is that it is the first time that SANSA has a global stage on which to present itself. The Space Agency was only formally set up in December. So it's a tremendous marketing opportunity for the Space Agency to make itself well known to all the players in the international space arena. So yes, the potential benefits of IAC are enormous.
What are the latest developments in the South African space industry?
Well, people may be a little bit surprised to hear that South Africa has a space agency, but yes, indeed, the country does. It's not very big. It includes Sun Space Information Services, who design and build microsatellites and subsystems for microsatellites. It includes Space Commercial Services, which is a consulting advisory company. and includes Marcom Space and Aeronautics, who are busy developing a liquid fuel rocket motor. And perhaps the big news is that Denel Dynamics, South Africa's missile company, has made the strategic decision to move into the space business as well. Now, Denel Dynamics is much bigger than any of these other companies. It's much bigger, I think, than all these other companies put together. So it's a significant development, a significant potential boost for the local industry.
Keith, thank you very much. That is the Second Take show for this week. Thank you for watching and join us again next time for more news analysis.